welcome back. Today we're going to continue our pumpkin journey. We're going to be doing our overlapping shapes. I hope everybody had a fun time drawing your balls or your marbles that are overlapping, or your squares, your whatever you decided to do. I hope that you had a nice time doing those overlapping shapes. So today we're going to work on pumpkins, and we made a pumpkin in kindergarten. So we're going to practice with at least 2 pumpkins. If you want to draw 3 pumpkins, that's fine. But you want to really be mindful of how much space you're covering on your paper. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a paper, a pencil, and an eraser. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start. First thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my ground, and that's going to be where my pumpkin is going to sit, or my pumpkins. I'm going to, since I'm going to draw 2 pumpkins, I'm not going to draw the first one right in the middle. I'm going to try to draw it off to the side a little bit. And so the way that I start is I draw that O shape, just like that. Then I'm going to follow it up with that C shape that's right next to that O. Goes like that. Then I'm going to draw another C shape, and it's going to be a little bit skinnier. So that gives that nice round edge. Then I'm going to do that backward C. And another one. And I think what I will go ahead and do, I will include my kindergarten lesson off to the side. So if you want to review how to draw a pumpkin and color a pumpkin, you can look at that video. Okay, so now I'm going to draw that top part where my stem is with a little zigzag line and then a little cute little stem that's hanging off of it just like that. Okay, so that's my first pumpkin. So now I'm going to do my second pumpkin, and I think for my second pumpkin, I'm going to do the air draw method, which is when you get to the edge of this pumpkin, I'm going to lift up my pencil and I'm going to air draw and then step down. If you want to do the erase method on this, then you can do that too. All right, so one thing, if we were in class, I would definitely tell you, make sure that you're not giving yourself so much room over here that you don't end up overlapping. Because the whole point of this exercise is for you to draw overlapping shapes. So they have to be close enough to overlap. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do another pumpkin. I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller than this one. And I'm going to start with my O right here. And I'm going to do this side first, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to do my overlap. Okay, so I'm going to get to this part right here. I'm going to lift up, come back down, ta-da, overlapping, just like that. And then I've got my stem. Okay, all right, so on the second one, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do another one just so you can see what it looks like with the other method. I'm going to try to make it very similar to this, but you can see what it would look like if I did that other method. All right, so one more time. I'm going to draw my ground. I'm going to draw my first pumpkin, starting with that O shape. Then I do that C, then that C right there on that side, then my backward C, and my backward C again. And I'm going to draw my stem. Okay, now I'm going to do the erase method. And so for the erase method, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to draw that O. I'm going to start on this side, so I'm doing my backward C, just like that. Okay, this time, I just keep on drawing. Now I'm going to erase. Now here's the fun thing. Now remember again, the reason why I like both of these methods is on this one, I decided that I want this pumpkin to be first, this pumpkin to be behind that pumpkin. On this one, I can switch it around. The way that I switch it is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase the line that belongs to that first pumpkin. And all of a sudden, that first pumpkin is now in front of the second pumpkin. Or the, I'm sorry, the second pumpkin is in front of the first pumpkin. And I'm going to draw my stem just like that. So see how that works? So that's how we're doing our overlapping pumpkins. All right. So now after you finish drawing, you can go ahead and you can color them. You can make them into jack-o'-lanterns if you want. You can go ahead and do that. I think for this next week's lesson, we are going to continue working on pumpkins just because I want you to focus in on how to color the pumpkins to make them look more realistic as well. All right, so keep working on this. Keep working on your overlapping shapes. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to play around. I'm going to do a triangle. I'm going to do a square. I'm going to do a circle. Huh. See how I did that? And now I'm going to erase my lines. And now all of a sudden I've got these overlapping shapes. And I think in the next few weeks, I'm going to make an art activity just using overlapping shapes to help us also with our colors as well. They're a lot of fun as well. All right, so have some fun with this art. Take care and happy fall.